feel like you took a step in the right direction Monday night?
There was things that we did well for sure. There's areas that we know our team has to get better at, and that's been and will continue to be our focus, and that's typically around both net fronts. So the work I don't usually worry about with our team. It's finding areas that we can be better at, and those are examples of a couple areas that we can be better at.
Are you sensing the right things from your group in terms of just what you're seeing in and around the rink, leading up to the game, just the positive?
Parksy, we talked about it a lot in the past. They're very much the same group, and they have been this year. You sense a little bit. Nobody's happy with where we are right now, but I do give them a lot of credit for making sure the energy level is where it needs to be.
I know Martin Pospisil isn't playing tonight.
Yep.
For a guy who has missed, a pretty important part of the season in terms of getting up to speed,
yep.
What does he have to do to be able to come in and make an impact right away when he is back?
Just be Marty. I mean, the one thing that he does for us is he brings a lot of pace to our team, and there's the element of physicality that he brings with kind of a heavier forechecking game. Now, we have used him in both the middle of the ice and on the wing. But there isn't anything magical about what makes him a really good player for us. It's that straight line speed that he does have and the ability to be on top of people right away.
Is that something that it feels like you guys have been missing?
Sure. Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's where Sam Honzik, I feel, with the speed and size is similar mold, I guess, a little bit to Marty, just not quite as reckless as I always describe Marty. But he does give us the same kind of element.
What's the difference in Honzik this year as opposed to last year this time?
I do think he's got a little bit more confidence, probably. That would be one thing I would say. So that is different. I mean, he's a bigger man right now, and I think he feels that. So with that, I think he trusts himself a little bit more when he gets into the heavier parts of the game.
Is he maybe gaining a realization of the different ways he can help this team, do you think?
I think so. Well, maybe it's more about how to stay in the NHL. That is probably the biggest thing for him. So he's a very smart man where he recognizes, how can I help this team? And maybe down the road I see myself as a little different player. But right now I'll be a guy that's going to forecheck and kill penalties for this team. And I will do it to the best of his ability. And that's kind of what we've seen from him so far. So I feel like he's figuring out what he has to do to establish himself as an NHL player. And then we'll keep growing his game from there.